Happy Monday. Happy Monday, y'all. Happy Monday. Y'all, we got some breaking news. I just came across this and I said I'm going live immediately. I mean, we just literally got home from the airport and we found out that this breaking news, Carmelo Anthony, his family, Carmelo, the NAACP, y'all, they have some powerhouse lawyers that are about to take on Carmelo's appeals case. Welcome in. Happy Monday, y'all. How are y'all doing? Welcome. Welcome in. How are y'all doing? Y'all, it's a lot going on. It's a lot. Let me fix my camera. It's a lot. It's a lot going on over here, y'all. It's a lot. So, y'all, we are going to get into it because Carmelo Anthony, they got some powerhouse lawyers. They got the pit bulls, they got the lions, the tigers and the bears, and they are ready to go in on his appeal case. I told you guys I met with the NAACP not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before, and they told me when we went down there to Collin County in front of the courthouse, there was a press conference and there was a press conference with the NAACP. Well, it was a group of the NAACP members and they were giving out information. They said that Carmelo Anthony's family and the teams are doing things behind the scenes. And we already seen that's only been like a week ago, y'all. A week and some change ago. So this is crazy. Hey, Grady Strickland says, but what are they gonna argue in the appeal? What do you mean? What are they gonna argue? They're going to argue from the front beginning of the case all the way to the end, starting out with them jurors of his peers. Why did they bring any specialists? From what I understand, they said the specialists that the judge denied, the specialists going on the stand or being present for the defense team, if I understood that correctly. But y'all, let me hold on. Let me turn the AC on because it is hotter than fish grease downstairs. We just got back home and I need to turn the AC on like on like zero. Let me turn it on. But anyway, so hey T2 Cups. Hey Anonymous. Wait, Anonymous, you time T2 Cups out. Don't time T2 Cups out. T2 Cups is good. You can undelete T2 Cups. Yeah, you can undo T2 Cups, Anonymous. Anonymous be on his A game. T2 Cups is good. One of our families. Okay. Yeah, yeah. T2 Cups don't go nowhere. We still here. We still here. Um, so anyway, you guys, so this is breaking news. We just got home. Just literally got home, walked in. Breaking news. So TMZ reported this, but I first seen it on Drew Anthony, which is Carmelo's dad's page on his Facebook page. He put out that T2 Cup says he tried to turn my TV off during survival. No, T2 Cups. He didn't mean to do that. Trust me. Anonymous did me too. Trust me, trust me. You was hilarious. But y'all, okay, so we're gonna get into it because I seen this information on Drew's page, which is Carmelo Anthony's father first. So it says on TMZ, TMZ reported it. Let's go read TMZ first. So it says TMZ, it says Carmelo Anthony brings out the legal big guns to pursue his appeal. Y'all, this is going to be juicy. It's going to be juicy, juicy, juicy. Okay, let's continue. So I don't know why this thing is here. I was gonna read it off my laptop, but I'm using my other phone. But y'all, welcome in. How are y'all doing today? Let me know how y'all doing on a scale from 1 to 10. We ain't been doing no check-ins like talking about, but I haven't been live like talking about either. I need to get back in it. I know. I'm slacking, y'all. I'm slacking. But y'all, let's continue. So it says the fight for Carmelo Anthony's freedom is heading into the next round. And a new group of a new group of heavyweight attorneys are new are now leading his effort to overturn his murder conviction. So, y'all, I told you guys it was underway. They couldn't say anything at the NAACP meeting when I went the week before last because they said that some stuff is already moving and shaking. So, y'all, let's continue. So, it says, a team including Texas NAACP, which I met with them, and I'm going to play their video. I went live out there, y'all, but then I blocked it because there's some stuff that some people said out there at the NAACP meeting, and I was like, oh my God. So I don't want to show the video because I don't want to show their faces, but I want you guys to listen to some of these NAACP members and some of the people also that attended this the NAACP meeting in front of Collin County. This stuff was, I mean, it was heart-wrenching to me. And just real quick, one lady was saying how she's a teacher in Collin County, one of the schools out there, and the white staff and the white staff probably not all of them. We're not going to say all of them, but some of the white staff out there will see, white students doing like punching and hitting black students, and then the white staff, they don't do anything. So that's sad. That's heart wrenching. Like, no kid, no matter what color race you are, should not be getting beat up and then it going unseen, allegedly from the staff members. That is crazy. That is so sad. But anyway, it says a team, including Texas NAACP President Gary Bledsoe, veteran appellate lawyer Russell Wilson II, and civil rights attorney Brooke Cluss, announced Monday it has taken over the Carmelo Anthony case, and um it will conduct an independent review of the trial record while pursuing all available avenues for his appeal. So, y'all, let's continue. As TMZ previously reported, Anthony was convicted of the M word, M1, Austin Metcalf, and sentenced earlier this month to 35 years in prison. He had signaled he wasn't done fighting the case almost immediately, filing a notice of appeal less than 24 hours after his conviction. It says a newly assembled legal team says its focus will be determining whether any errors occurred during the proceedings and raising any issues it believes could support or overturning the conviction. It says the lawyers say they're taking a fresh look at the case, and they also acknowledge the toll the case has taken on both families, saying that tragedy forever changed multiple lives. And it did, you guys. Sad, sad, sad on both ends. I don't believe for one moment, and could be anybody's child. I don't believe for one moment that Carmelo Anthony had in his mind that he was going to go and unalive Austin at no point. I don't believe that. But anyway, let's continue. Let's continue. So it says Anthony's conviction stems from the fatal stabbing of Metcalf during a confrontation at a Frisco high school track meet. So it says Anthony claimed he acted in self-defense, but jurors rejected that argument and found him guilty of murder. It says, as we previously reported, a Texas court recently unsealed a mountain of evidence. And you guys, we've seen some of the evidence, right? We've seen some of the footage, some of the tapes. We've seen all of that, right? A lot of stuff is coming out now, but why now? Why didn't they do that late, like last year when everything was kind of transpiring? Like, I don't understand that. But anyway, y'all, let's continue. It says, including body cam footage, surveillance video, 911 calls, and crime scene photos. Among the newly public materials were clips showing Anthony's emotional interaction with the police after the stabbing. So it says Anthony's legal fight isn't over, but his next move depends on what his new team uncovers. So that was pretty much it that TMZ wrote. But y'all, there was Drew. Let me see if I can get into um let me see. Because Drew, his father, he put that let me see if I can get into that. He did wrote a very long message, and that's how I found it. So I said, let me go live. Let me go live because there's all kind of stuff going on. People are saying this, people are saying that, but it's all kind of stuff going on. And let me see if I can. If I can't, it's all good. I don't think I can, not from this phone. But anyway, so needless to say, you guys, we know that there's a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff that's been going on with Carmelo Anthony. But now I want to play the tape. When I went to go with the NAACP, um, let me play the video, not the tape, the video, where when I was there, it was crazy. I think it's like 40 something minutes. But she did stress um that thank you, Anonymous. Thank you, Anonymous. He be on his A game. Anonymous don't be playing. That's what I'm talking about, Anonymous. Let me see. Any trolls in there, just get them out. Get out the trolls, y'all. But let me see. Because there is some information. Miss S Bunny. Well, I just want to say this. It's sad on both ends, right? But Austin should have never put his hands on Carmelo, and he wouldn't be in the situation. I'm sorry. And I would say that for any child. There's other cases here in Texas that also had the same situation with different it was a young white boy. He was being, he was being what's it called, bullied by some Mexican boy. And the Mexican boy, even though it was more premeditated murder, he went and he unalived him in the bathroom at his high school, and he only got 10 years in prison. So it doesn't matter what color you are. If that boy wouldn't, and he was a Mexican boy, if that Mexican boy wasn't going over there and doing stuff, bullying the white boy, then the white boy would have never probably came to school and tried to unalive him. Y'all got to teach y'all kids, y'all stop bullying other people's kids. Y'all don't know what people are going through and what the kids are even going through, what kind of household that they live in. You just never know. So people can miss me with that. People can miss me with that. It's sad all the way around. Just like Julio Fulio's savages got sentenced today. Do I feel sorry for any of them? No, because they were true savages. No. And they're gonna get sweat equity out of them in Florida in the prison. They got sentenced today. All of them got life in prison. That was good for them savages. They belong there. They belong to get, some sweat equity out of the prison deserves to get sweat equity out of them. So no, I don't feel sorry for them savages. It's on a case by case basis, no matter what your race is. Right is right and wrong is wrong. If Austin would have never put his hands on Carmelo, he would probably still be walking around right now. It's sad that it came to it, but I'm just keeping it real. You tell me a case where you went and pushed somebody and that didn't happen. And people kill me with the fact that they're saying, well, he should have just walked away. Well, Austin should have kept his hands to himself too. Now, how about that? There's no way you can go up to somebody and push them and then try to tell them you can't do this, you can't bring this to the fight. It doesn't work like that. They were both 17-year-old young boys. We didn't know how they reacted. We couldn't I guess I guess say how they would both react in a situation. When you're in a situation, you get, whether it's a car accident, whether it's somebody running over your foot, whether it's you dropping hot grease on yourself, everybody is going to react different. It doesn't matter. Whatever accident, whether it's an accident by yourself, whether it's an accident or a fight with somebody, you don't know how you're gonna act. So people kill me, and when they say, well, he should have did this, he should have did that, you just don't know how you're going to act. So you just don't know. You can't say how you're gonna act. And especially at 17, come on, y'all. They are immature at that age. They haven't experienced anything in life. This like the little young, and I don't want to keep calling him a young white boy, but hold on, let me see. Cause that happened in another part of Texas, and he was getting bullied by this Mexican boy. I want to get names. But anyway, he was getting bullied and he bought a knife and he said, I'm going to unalive this boy. And he did. That was more premeditated. But if that boy would have stopped messing with him, it would have stopped bullying him, then he would have probably still been walking on this earth, right? I'm just keeping it real. People are not seeing the big picture. In all these cases, why is Carmelo getting 35 years? And all these other cases are getting 10 years. One boy, Mexican boy, he walked free. He did the same thing and he got 10 years probation. Carmelo, he was zero record. So you're not telling me nothing that I would hear. I'm not for who color whatever, because like I said, my family is all colors of the all ethnicities is what my family consists of. So it doesn't matter. I don't care. You can say whatever you want to say. I'm saying fair is fair, right is right, and wrong is wrong, no matter how you look at it. Austin, he should have kept his hands to his got the self. I'm sorry. And that little boy, the Mexican boy in where was that? Belton, Texas. That little Mexican boy, he should have stopped messing with them too. And he would, but he effed around and he found out too. I'm sorry. I'm just keeping it real. But all of them got less than 10, 20 years. Then the guy, the one that shot the girl, remember the police officer? He got 20 years for shooting was that Sonia Macy? Was that Sonia Macy, you guys? So it doesn't matter. Savages are savages, no matter how you look at him. Carmelo Anthony, he wasn't no savage. He was defending himself. Now you wanted some savages, Julio Fulio killers, all four of them. Those are savages. Those are savages. I don't even see that boy in Denton as I mean in Belton as no savage either. He was defending himself too. I feel he was being bullied. He was being bullied. So I don't feel sorry for it's sad. I'm not saying nobody deserves to, lose their life. But at the same time, when you bully people and you think that you can control people, tell people where they can be at, where they can't be at, and you don't have no kind of jurisdiction over nothing, the 10 or nobody and nothing, there's nothing that you can tell me. Because who am I to tell somebody to get out this tent? Who am I to tell somebody to get off the aisle 9 in Walmart? Who am I to tell somebody when I don't even have jurisdiction over that? I ain't no police officer. I'm not no head chief in charge. Nobody put him in charge. Nobody put him in charge. Let's just be for real. Let's be honest, right? Let's be for real. And everybody has opinion. I like to hear everybody's opinion. But let me see. So I'm gonna play this video and let me delete this. I don't know why this does this. I don't know why this does this. Let me see. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna play it, but I don't want to show it to you guys because what was being said was like by certain people. Um, uh-oh. It was great information, but let's see. Can you guys hear it? They're, they're playing. Can you guys hear it? Let me see. I don't. Hold on. Let me fast forward it. I don't know if you guys can hear it too good.
Show symptoms and signs of a broken system. So today we're going to talk about tangible things that you can
Can you
do.
guys hear it? Put
So
it on if y'all can hear it.
what can we do for other? You can say, here are the things we want you to do. I want to also, I just looked up and saw what my sister what am I from Curry Branch?
Hey, information man, how are you? Welcome. Real eyes. Hey. Bring the mic closer. Okay. Because I played on my laptop.
But like I said, we're asking. So beyond.
You can't understand it? Okay, so let me just stop it because if y'all can't hear it, because I'm playing it from information says I'm well, thank you. You're welcome, information man. You're welcome, you're welcome. So I was wanting to get to the spot, the place where these ladies, some of them work in the school district, and they were saying that the students, there was a one of the teachers said she had an encounter with when there was a white student. The white student came up and punched the black student, and then the white staff, they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything. And she's an older black lady, and she was like, I can't believe that this just happened. And then it's like the white staff, and I'm sure not all of them, but the white staff that was there and seen it, like they acted like nothing ever happened. And she was like, they call the black kids there the N word and all kind of stuff, because Collin County, from what I'm hearing, even when I went down there, I didn't see that many black people. I mean, I was shocked when the NAACP came, because when we pulled up, the NAACP, one lady, she was there and she was setting up, but we thought that she was leaving. She was like, oh no, we're setting up, we're about to, have a little meeting and give out some information or whatever. So anyway, so she said that behind closed doors she couldn't tell me what was going on, which I respected that. I was there just to help to set up and get the information that they put out. She said that they were working behind closed doors, and that Carmelo Anthony's family is getting help from different, I guess, from different areas. She didn't say, she just said that things are moving, like they're doing stuff behind the scenes, but she could not tell, of course, what was going on. So just like I said a little while ago, I found on Facebook, um that Drew Anthony put on his page that basically Carmelo has a new team of powerhouse. Now I said, I hope that they got like some powerhouse attorneys, appeal attorneys, like Brian Steele. Remember Brian Steele? He was a great attorney for the Diddy trial. All the whole Diddy team, I got to give it to him, because I at first I was saying, like, Mark Agnifilo, he seems like, he's a little slow, maybe, but he really came out and he showed out at the end of Diddy's trial. He gave his speech, his closing arguments. He wasn't reading off of no paper or anything like that. He just took his closing statements like off the top of his head. We were there in the courthouse. So, hey, Jamil, my baby says, salute Queen Carmelo is coming home. Yes, he coming home. High five to that. Yes, he is coming home. He's coming home. He is coming home. He has a um, powerhouse attorneys that just joined the team. And according to TMZ and according to Drew Anthony, he is he has, look, some lions, tigers, and bears, from what I'm basically hearing, that is going to take on his appeals case. But let me read it again to you guys. Let me see, because TMZ put it out and also Drew put it out on his page. So if you guys want to, you are welcome to go to his page. I couldn't bring it up on this phone, but it says TMZ just put out that Carmelo Anthony is bringing out the legal big guns to pursue his appeal. So it says the fight for Carmelo Anthony's freedom is leading into the next round. And a new group of heavyweight attorneys are now leading his effort to overturn his murder conviction. It says a team including Texas NAACP President Gary Bledsoe, veteran appellate lawyer Russell Wilson II, and civil rights attorney Brooke Cluss announced Monday it has taken over. It's taken over Anthony's case and will conduct an independent review of the trial records while pursuing all available avenues to appeal his case. As TMZ previously reported, Anthony was convicted of murdering Austin Metcalf and sentenced earlier this month to 35 years in prison. He had signaled he wasn't done fighting the case almost immediately following a notice of appeal, less than 24 hours after his conviction. The newly assembled Okay, are y'all here? Do y'all hear me? Like people are calling. Can you guys hear me? Can y'all hear me? Okay. What Rocker says, 4 black kids testified against him. Yeah, and they all lied too. They all lied. Yeah, they were paid. They said that they were paid off, and I believe it. I believe they were all paid off because most of them are getting scholarships, and I don't think that I think that all of them got paid off, and everybody got a piece of a chunk of some money. And now they didn't think that it was going to blow up as big as it did. They thought that they were just going to basically railroad him and just throw him in a jail cell. No, 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 no. Carmelo is going to get somebody else to do it. That is going to do it because his lawyer that he had, maybe he needed tutoring. Maybe he was a little slower than the molasses because he didn't do a lot of stuff and he'll let a lot of stuff slide from what I'm saying. So anyway, it says the newly assembled legal team says its focus will be determining whether any errors occurred during the proceedings and raising any issues it believes could support or overturning his conviction. It says the lawyers say they're taking a fresh look at the case, and they also acknowledge the toll the case has taken on both families, saying the tragedy forever changed multiple lives, which it did. You know, like I said, I'm not celebrating nobody's unaliving, not even Clive Davis, even though we know Whitney Houston, we believe that he had something to do with it. But anywho, y'all, Clive Davis passed away today, y'all. Do we really care? No, we don't. No. Uh-uh. We don't care. But anyway, yeah. So TMZ reported that. Then let's see. Let me see. There has been a lot of people. There's been so much going on with this case, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. There's been so much going on with this case. There has been a lot of videos that have came out, and some of the videos to me they look like they could be in 4K, but when they zoom in, it's really really blurry. But some of the videos are like crystal clear, and some of the videos are like, when they zoom in, it just get blurry, 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 and it kind of starts to look like a blob to me. So they're saying there's other, like I think more than 15 people that has gone down to the Frisco ISD that were able to see the video, and they say that video was in 4K that they can hear. Not here, they could see that it was like really, really clear that Rocker says so the witnesses purged himself. Yes. And also not only that, Jeff Metcalf, he was leading one of the witnesses. Court TV analyst said that. Then some other big YouTubers that were in the courtroom, they said that and they seen it. So yeah, they were lying, all of them. Even Carmelo's mother said they lied. And and also there's been so much, y'all. There's been so much going on with this case. So from what I seen too, shout out to Lakeisha Keisha, I'm sorry. She went and she did a live and she had a picture of the tool. They said it's a tool, but the tool has like a knife on it, a three, I believe, 3.5 inch knife on it. That tool has a is what's it called? Like stenciled, I guess maybe stenciled if I'm using the correct word, but it had like a M on it. So did that M stand for Metcalf? And then there was a student. Let me see if I can find the video. There's a student that was there, and he was running down. Let me see. He was running down the down the bleachers, not down the bleachers, down the like in front of the bleachers, and it looked like he threw something the trash. Now I don't know what happened, but it looked like he threw something in the trash. He looked like he threw something inside the trash. Let me see if I can find that video. Cause there's like so many different videos out here. And let me see. Let me go to Lakeisha Keisha because she's been given some great coverage. So Lakeisha Keisha, she's been doing really great. Information Man has been doing really great. Um, No Captivity, Freezy, he's been doing great. They've been having people coming on their pages and also giving their like testimony pretty much. Um, so let me see. Yeah, this is let me see. Let me see if she plays it on here. 'Cause I know she plays it on here. But you can see that there's a young boy and he's running. It looks like he's throwing something away. I don't know. It looked like he's throwing something away after Carmelo comes running down the bleachers. Um, Let me see if I can find the video. Because there's like so many different videos out there. Okay, here it is right here. Let me see. Let me see if I can show it to you guys. Let me see. So this is a video that Lakeisha Keisha, and let me take this off. Okay. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but let's play that portion.
And they were still tussling
You see that?
in his tent while he's been gone.
Do y'all see that? That boy, whoever it was, let me wrap it back a little bit. He was running and then he put something in the trash can. And this is where they're saying multiple people attack Carmelo. The fight stops between three people. But let's watch this video clip.
Fighting. Like whoever did this one, they concentrated on that area. And then you see again, same video, Carmelo leave, and there goes. So
Look right here. Look right here. They're gonna go to the trash.
You see that person, and I need to talk to that person in that yellow. Where is he or she at? But as you guys can see, they was getting it cracking. They was getting it cracking. So, like I said, they could have started fighting each other, but Carmelo gets out of there, and then that boy at some point falls down. But once Carmelo leaves, they're still fighting each other. So, who hope that boy? I have no idea. I have no idea. If you are just coming in, though, make sure you guys are liking the video.
Let me see. Hold on, you guys. Because I wanted to show you guys where that hold on. I wanted to show you guys where that 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 young let me see, that young gentleman was at where he was throwing, it looked like he was throwing something in the trash can. I don't know what it could have been. Was it a knife? Was it like another knife? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what it was. Let me see.
The damn poke did not happen. Tell me one case when one black person did something on camera that they didn't show that shit to everybody in the United States and ship it over to every country that they can. Okay, because you know when a
Well, and anonymous says I gotta get got family coming over. Okay. All right. Thank you, anonymous. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. Let's see. Cause Rocker says trash, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And it's blurry. Like I said, they said there was a 4K video out there, and that the 4K video was having not the 4K. The 4K video was clearer at the Fresco Independent School District. Um, so let me see. Miss Sunny says T2 cuss well. I'm first nation. Wait, I'm First Nations and Mexican from my mother's side. I don't think you can even connect with the racism and genocide my people have now. I don't hate white people. I married a Brit. Okay. Miss Sunshine, I mean Miss S Bunny one says people need to get over history and live in the now. Harvey Birdman says anonymous touched out. Um my Queen Storm says what's going on? Uh go sit down somewhere. Y'all, these people are the trolls be trolling. So anyway, um how about responding to comments that don't you don't have to agree with me. You don't. Everybody has their own opinion, right? There's nothing wrong with their it's nothing wrong with your own opinion, but when you be disrespectful, it's a whole different ball game, right? Yeah, it's a whole bit different ball game. There's nothing wrong with saying what you have to say, but being respectful. It's about being respectful. I'm not gonna tolerate nobody disrespecting my platform or my mods. Therefore. And if you don't like it, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. You don't have to be here. I'm not begging nobody to be here watching me on my YouTube page. So you don't have to be here. But you will be respectful or you'll get the boots. You will definitely get the boots, right? So anyway, I don't know what's going on with that. What the person threw in the trash, I don't know. There's like so many tosses and turnings. It's crazy. Rocker says but lying isn't the same as an opinion. Well, those kids understand they lied, right? They lied. I'm telling you information that I'm just doing my research and finding out. So I'm just finding out what's going on. There's so much that's going on. So it's not me putting 10 on 20. It is me. Hey, how you doing, nephew? Drake Stash Mustache says, Auntie, you so beautiful. Thank you, Drake Stash Mustache. Thank you, nephew. Thank you. Sonny says, you being disrespectful by lying on a dead kid. Sonny, go sit down somewhere. Bye-bye, Sonny. See you later. Have a great life. Um, have a great life. But anyway, yeah, y'all, there's nothing wrong with being have your own opinion, but it's when you sit there and you be disrespectful is what we have, a problem with. Now, however you feel either way, right? However you feel, Drake's mustache says y'all should shut up, losers. I know, right? Drake's stash mustache. Nobody's trying to convince you to see things how I see it, right? You can't, like, people think the same. Some people think different. Is nothing wrong with that, right? Is nothing wrong with that. Hey, Bronze, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I like everybody to have their own opinion, right? Not everybody likes spaghetti and fried fish like I do, right? And I don't like okras like a lot of people do. And it's okay. But I'm not going to be disrespectful. And if they offer me some okras, I'm not going to throw them against the wall, spit them out, say this tastes like slimy, snotty nose boogies. I'm not going to do that. No, I'm just going to say I don't like it. or state how I feel. I'm not gonna call the okras stupid and dumb and nasty and different things. It's just not how I operate. But if I have to bring out my Gemini twin, you know, I sometimes have to. Because these trolls, they be trolling. Hey, the great Robert Charles, free Carmelo. Yes, free Carmelo. Bronze says, I'm so happy things are working for Melo with the new lawyer. Yes, Bronze. Remember, I told you I went to Frisco not this weekend. We just got back from Philly, actually, just like a few hours ago. But last weekend we went to Frisco. So when we went to Frisco, the NAACP, they told me, they said that things are already moving, like the wheels of justice is moving, basically, in so many words. But she couldn't tell me anything. That was, she couldn't say, well, he had this lawyer, he did. They couldn't say anything, but they said, oh, it's working behind the scenes. Don't, basically, you ain't got, y'all ain't got to worry about that. They got it, and I see that they have it going down behind the scenes because TMZ just reported they got some powerhouse attorneys. Now I wish they would bring Brian Steele because I love Brian Steele. In the Diddy trial, when me and Jamil went there, he was great. I mean, all of them were great. The powerhouse attorneys for Diddy's, even though they were a lot of money, they were great. Like he needs, he don't need nobody that's going to be, um, yeah, yes, Your Honor. Yes, uh-huh, uh-huh. Well, no. When you're fighting for your life, he don't know, nobody needs somebody to be a soft attorney. And if you guys go, my baby Jamil says facts. Yes, baby, exactly. When you go and you're fighting for your life, do y'all want somebody who's like, yes, and yes, and she, yeah, the lounge, yeah, she didn't did no. Y'all want somebody who going on there in that courthouse and standing on business. I don't want no little scaredy cat lawyer trying to fight for my life in no big situation like this. That judge, I mean that lawyer, he didn't do anything. The only thing I could see from what I heard, the only thing he did from what I see, I mean, I'm sorry, from what I heard was when Eddie was like, oh no, I don't know Carmelo. I don't know Carmelo. So then the attorney was like, oh, you don't know Carmelo? Oh, is this you and Carmelo? When he started breaking out the pictures, and then Eddie was like, oh snap, I'm caught lying. See, nobody want to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about that. Eddie lied on the stand. He told the people, the jurors, the court, that he didn't know Carmelo. And these are some of the lies, inconsistencies, and the flat out lies that most of these jurors, yeah, they were black jurors, yeah, they were paid to go up there and lie on Carmelo. They were paid to lie on Carmelo. Can y'all imagine 10 years from now? They didn't spent that beat and spent that money that they allegedly saying, people are saying that they paid these boys to lie on Carmelo because they wanted him to get found guilty. And they wanted him to be in prison for the rest of his life. So, uh-oh. So, hold on just a second. Because I meant to, I'm sorry, wait, Phil, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to time you out and block you. It was the other one. I'm sorry, but thank you. Phil, are you still with us? Phil says Ben Crump is with him today. Praise God. Yes, yes, Phil. Yes, yes. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to block you. Yes, he absolutely is. They're saying that the reason why, because I was wondering, I was like, why is Ben Crump not, where's Ben Crump? Where's the NAACP? Well, little did we know the NAACP and Ben Crump was already doing stuff behind the scene. So we know that Ben Crump has already come out and said, some stuff on his like pages. And also the NAACP has came out officially today, according to TMZ, and what the NAACP told me at the meeting, that they were working and doing stuff behind the scenes. So basically, from the last week since that meeting, this is what transpired. So they are definitely helping him. So but Ben Crump, people, and I didn't realize it either. He is a civil lawyer. He's a civil attorney. So he's not a criminal attorney. So that's probably why he couldn't or didn't jump on it, but he's there, I believe, assisting the family. Nephew says people acting like those southern states aren't known for railroading. Yes, exactly, nephew. And they said in that, and there's a lawyer. Let me see if I can find her so we can listen to what she says, because I watched this on the way when I was sitting in the airport. I was watching, there's a prosecutor. She was a prosecutor, and she did, I think she did 2 years on the bench, I believe. Let me see. And she was basically giving us some great information. She gave some, oh, here it is right here. Let's listen to this lady right here. She's an attorney, and she was on Michael, let me see. Michael, I'm hot I'm hot wait, I'm Hotep. I think it's, if I'm pronouncing it right. But she is a lawyer. She did do 2 years, I believe, as a part-time judge, I think. But she's going to tell us. So we're going to do a reaction to this video, and she's going to give us a lot of information according to the law. Now, she's a lawyer. She was a judge. She served 2 years on the she served 2 years, and we're gonna listen to her because she was one of the lawyers that was there. Hey, Deborah, how are you? Welcome. How you doing, sis? Welcome. So she served some time, and then, like I said, she's going off of the law. She was a prosecutor, a lawyer, and a judge for like so long. And let me see. Let me see if I can, hold on, you guys. Let me see if I can get this situated, because I should have bought my other thing. Thank you, Deborah. Flow State. Thank you for the gift. Thank you. Thank you. And y'all can smash the like button and subscribe to my channel. But y'all, we're gonna do a reaction. Her name is Thelma Anderson. And Thelma Anderson was in the courtroom, and plus she is a legal attorney, judge, and some other stuff. But let's listen in to what she has to say, because she really gave some great information when it comes to this case. So let's let me bring it in, and then let's listen to what oh, let me see, there we go, what she has to say. So let's go ahead and play this and see what they're talking about.
Roland Martin Unfiltered, we were talking about it as well. And they had a brilliant African American female attorney who was in the courtroom each day. And she's a legal analyst. She is an attorney, former prosecutor. She actually has a law degree, contrary to most of the people you saw talking about it on social media. And I've been on the Roland Martin Unfiltered with her before. Her name is Thelma Anderson. We have Thelma standing by. How you doing tonight, sister?
I'm blessed. How are you doing?
All right. That's good. Sorry we're running a little late. This is live, and this I had to do a presentation for a group out in Nashville at 6 p.m. and that ran over. So it was a good presentation. All right. Yep. So Thelma, I was each day of the Karmelo Anthony trial, you were in the courtroom, and each evening, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you were Roland Martin Unfiltered talking about what happened that day in court. And I watched some of the coverage in mainstream media, and your coverage was the best. Okay, because you were actually talking about what happened, but you were also talking about things that got left out of mainstream media. And I saw one of the segments where you were saying how I think you said something to the effect that the family was legally lynched or something like that. So do this. just break down what this case was about and some of the things that you saw that as a former.
And listen to what she says, because some things, I mean, even for me, like, when it comes to, like, murder one, it comes to defending yourself, she's gonna break it down in accordance to the law. So let's go ahead and listen to what she has to say.
Prosecutor, as an attorney and a legal analyst, you knew were wrong.
Okay. So in order for me to do that, I have to start at the beginning. When
Sure, go ahead.
this case first happened last April, I reported on it immediately because I knew that the the way that it was being reported, people didn't understand the self-defense standard in the state of Texas.
Yeah.
So immediately
Right.
I reported on it, and I knew just by the proximity of this being in Collin County. Collin County is what I consider a triple threat. And it's because there's three counties that are threats to African Americans. And that's Collin County, Denton County, and Tarrant County. And they're all in the same triangle together.
Wow.
Now,
Right.
because of that, I knew that this family was going to need the right advocate in order to minimize the racial tones that were going to echo. That was very obvious. So,
right.
on the back end, I began to try to figure out how I could reach the family. And one way is through social media and your reporting. And that's it. That's essentially how Karmelo's father ended up finding my page and my content. But before that, there was this advocate that caused a lot of harm.
Now, I have a question, you guys, because if you guys are y'all familiar with I guess Dominique? He's supposed to be the advocate for the family. Hey, information man. Information man says, I know the sister, she lost her law license. Unfortunately, look it up. Oh, wow. Thanks for that information man. Oh, wow. Oh, okay, okay. I need to look that up. Thank you. See, that's what I'm saying. So much information going around. I know information, man. You got a lot of probably information that's going around, and it's like there's so much stuff people are talking about. So that's why I'm saying I have to, like, still continue to research myself, because so much information. But thanks for that information, man. But she's breaking it down according to the law. But why did she lose her license? I need to know. Why did she lose her license? But my question is, and I don't know, because I heard another a lawyer, what's his name? Information man, I know you know this lawyer. What is it called? What's his name called? He's out of Atlanta. And his name is lead attorney. Information man, you know lead attorney? He was kind of saying the same thing that she was saying, because remember Jeff Metcalf, the dad came to Dominique's office, and remember they were having like a prayer vigil, is from what I can recall, because there's like so many videos I looked at. I know for you guys it's been a lot of videos too, but they said that this lady is, what's her name, Thelma. Thelma was saying, okay, you do, okay, information man, okay, so they were saying, lead attorney was saying, whenever you have situations like this, it's good that the families, I guess, try to connect, try to um like come together, try to like kind of iron out some problems or whatever. But after seeing Jeff Metcalf's like rant, he went on like a racist like tangent. He kind of, I felt like, I don't know. I don't know if I would have trusted him either there. But I understand what lead attorney is saying. I understand what she's saying, as far as like trying to bring them back together as, like, families or whatever, trying to, mend their hurts, I guess, together, however you want to call it. But I don't know, I just think that Jeff Metcalf, when he went on that tangent and he was calling Carmelo's dad, I mean, dad and mom like names and stuff, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Now that is like, I think that he went too far for that. The name calling and stuff for me, I went out the window. That was way too much. Information man says yes. The spokesperson has criminal. Yeah, that's what I heard too. Information man. So I was like, oh, like I don't know either, you guys. If let me put this up here because see, I'm like going on a whole different like tangent. Hold on, y'all. I'm like, oh, I'm going on like a different, but I don't even know. Let me see. Hold on, you guys. Hold up, hold on. Because it's like the volume. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Pretty good. He was a broken and lost man, grieving. I understand that. I do. But when you call and you talk about black people, baby mamas, you talk about like the black people, to me, that's like more of a racial like tangent. That's just not a father that's grieving because it didn't have to go that way with you saying black this, black that. I don't agree with that. Bron's putting a 111. Yeah, I don't agree with that. Now I can see if it's like, I'm hurt, my son, I lost my son, I'm just angry, upset, or whatever. But when it comes to the name calling, you started saying black things about black people. To me, that's when it went left. It went left. And for me, I don't know if I would have trusted him coming around me either with all of that like anger, animosity of like, to me, like racist rhetoric, if y'all understand what I'm saying. I don't think that I wouldn't have felt safe like if I was in the shoes of Carmelo's family, or even if the shoes were reversed, even if it was Jeff having a prayer and a conference, and the Carmelo family came and was saying all of these white people, and that's why white people this too. I wouldn't trust that either. Like if the shoe was on the other foot, like either way, like I've seen families on TV and even in person who have grieved over one family member or a person doing something to another person's family members and not even act out like that. Like I just, to me, I don't think that was like a safe place for Jeff to go. I just don't think it was. But she's saying that Dominique should have never called the police, but maybe Dominique I mean, because we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. So I don't know if maybe there was some threats, but y'all know they said on both sides that there's family, they were getting threats. The Carmelos had to move like 18 times or something like that. The Metcalfs, the mom, I didn't hear anything about her having to move or whatever. And we know from what Jeff Metcalf says, he lives a whole hour away from them. So that's a whole hour away that he's not even under the same roof as the twins. And not, I don't even think, from what I hear too. Now, I don't know if this is true, but they said the judge that sentenced Carmelo was the same judge that gave the Jeff Metcalf and his ex-wife their divorce. And they said that, yeah, that he's saying that, yeah, that's my lawyer. That's my judge. That's my judge. I don't know. Put a one in the chat if you guys heard that. There's so much stuff going around. There's like a lot of stuff going around. I don't know. Miss S Bunny says he expressed his sorrow for the murking as his parents did not show up for the sentencing. I have no idea about that. This is what I heard, that the parents didn't show up for the sentencing, but the grandmother was there. Maybe the parents, they already knew what was coming down the pipeline because things were already looking on the downhill for Carmelo. So we don't know how they feel when on either side, when this situation, like these situations, people don't understand. People grieve differently, right? Like just say a loved one, say your mother or your father passed away or somebody in your family. Like everybody grieves different. Everybody grieves different. Some people don't cry. Some people go in like isolation. So and I'm just speaking like on a broad spectrum on how everybody grieves. Some people are angry, like I mean, some people show frustration, some people get quiet, some people you can't find them. You like, where is Sally Sue at? We ain't seen her since her mom passed away. People are different in nature. Just I mean, everybody's reaction is different, and that's okay. That's why everybody is, wonderfully made and wonderfully different in their own way. So, let me see. Would you have not been in court? I don't know. I couldn't tell you if I would or not. To tell you the truth, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea because we don't know what was going on. We don't know what was said. So I have to go off of all of that. Like people also will sit there and say, well, they should have, they should have, they should have. You don't know what the parents, how they're grieving. We can't say what they should do. You can't say what they need to do, what they should do. You just can't say that. So let me see. So anyway, so oh yes, Miss Sun SB Sunny's. Yeah, you're right. 732 Shane. Yeah, don't say that. Cause guess what? Both families lost. No family won in this situation. No family won in this situation. Nobody walked away happy, go lucky, like, oh, everything is honky dory, everything is beautiful, life is grand. No, because one side lost their son, respectfully so. The other family lost their son to, going to prison. So I don't think anybody wins in this situation. My whole big thing in this, you guys, is that this Carmelo Anthony, he did not get treated fair when it comes to other cases. Other cases that were similar to Carmelo's did not get an extensive 35 years. Hey Lord Kelvin, how are you? Welcome. So that's my whole thing about this whole situation. Like the court case, they didn't have no jury of his peers. And I don't know this to be true, but also what I heard in Information Man, you may heard the same thing too. I'm not sure, but they were saying that the three black teachers that were in there, they got basically kicked off the jury pool, however you want to call it. I'm just gonna say kicked off or whatever. They got let go. So my thing is, I've also heard that there was one lady who was a teacher that wasn't black that got to stay on the jury. So if that is true, if that's true, okay, Sheila's put a one. Okay, so you heard that too. So if that is true, then that's not fair. That's not fair at all. If you're kicking three black educators off, but you keeping one educator of, I'm not sure what the nationality is, that's not that's not fair. That's not fair at all. That's not fair. If you're gonna kick all educators off, that's you have to kick them all off, no matter what their race, ethnicity, their sexual preference, their religion, whatever. So you just I don't know. So let me see. Deborah says, I think the judge was corrupt. Yes. Yeah. So that's another thing, y'all. That's what I'm saying. It's so much stuff. It's so much stuff. And I don't know why YouTube is playing with my emotions, not bringing people in. But anyway, we're gonna keep on going because I don't care. I ain't been live in a long time too, you guys. I've been slacking on my lives, but I'm gonna try to continue. But I've been busy. I'm not even gonna live. Probably soon I'll probably start going live regularly again, but I have a lot going on right now. But if what was I about to say? Oh, Dr. Matthews. Do y'all know Dr. Matthews? Let me see if I can pull up Dr. Matthews. I wish I would have let me see. Dr. Matthews exposes, she exposed the judge. So the judge and the DA, okay, Miss S Bunny, you heard of this before? Dr. Matthews exposed the DA and the judge. And she brought papers, she brought court documents. Now, I'm going off of the court documents. She exposed, let me see, Greg, his name is Greg Willis. So I think Jamila's upstairs doing a doing a live or a video or something because I hear him upstairs. He is a mess. If y'all don't know Jamil Peterson, Mr. I Am Comedy, my husband, he is a YouTuber too, a big comedian. I think he's upstairs doing a video while I'm here live. But let me see. Um, let me see. He retired immediately after the trial. Yeah, that's what they said, Deborah. Yes, he retired as soon as they finished the court. I don't. I think because he knows. Like to me, I don't. I don't know when people are doing. And this is anywhere. Loving myself. How are you, sis? How are you? Welcome, welcome. I think that when anybody is doing anything bad, and I'm talking about anything, if they didn't stole a candy bar, if they didn't did whatever, like you can tell the way that they move because you'd be like, well, why are they acting like that? Or if somebody like stole something from you, like they're gonna be moving a certain way that it's like, like why are they moving like that? So um whenever people move like that, you know that is something is not right. But I want to play this video, you guys, because Dr. Matthews, she's like I think she's like a civil rights activist out of Houston, Texas. I've never heard of her before until then. Um she like I mean, she be going off. She went off and was saying like a whole bunch of stuff, but she was reading court documents. And I was like, are you serious? This is how dirty the DA that like the prosecutor was? I was like, he was doing and guess what? It was against white women. I think like 6 or 7 if I'm not mistaken, between women and men brought this federal case to um the Collin County, I guess, against the DA. And I couldn't believe it. They were, I mean, sticking his fingers up the employees' dresses, like doing all kind of stuff, like some sick stuff. Like if I get a hold of it, we can probably sit and go over it. But I was shocked to see this DA who's prosecuting Carmelo Anthony is like a sexual predator. And she's Dr. Matthews is like reading all of the documents from the federal case. And I was like, oh my God. And even the judge, Judge Roach, he was dirty too. So when I was listening, because I've been doing a lot of research on this, you guys, it's been a lot. I couldn't even believe it because from what I understand, if I'm not mistaken, the judge Roach, he was doing something in reference to some book, having some kind of book on something like this, like something crazy. Um something really, really crazy on uh like relationship or something. I don't know if he was trying to sell a book or something. I don't know. But we're gonna listen to we're gonna listen to Dr. Matthews on hold on. We're gonna listen to Dr. Matthews on this case. Hold on, you guys, because I'm like sitting in the corner over here. But we're gonna listen to Dr. Matthews, and she basically is like going off. She's like going off and I was like, oh my goodness. So the judge had like was riding dirty with all this stuff. But y'all, let me turn it around and let's listen. Hey TY, how are you? So let me turn it around and let me um let me get situated with this because I couldn't believe it. TY says, like and subscribe, please. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Hello, TY. Hold on. I'm just like shaking and moving. I'm gonna have to get like my thing like set my studio like set up so I can do all this like technology stuff like the right way. But anyway, let's listen and see what Dr. Matthews is exposing with the judge that sentenced Carmelo. I couldn't even believe it. Yes, Deborah, is gross. I couldn't believe it. He was sticking his fingers and hands up these women's dresses. He was like they were cussing at him. They were doing like so much awful things. And these are other white people. So that's what I'm saying. Doesn't matter what color, these people are sick and they're doing this demonic stuff. Could you imagine, like, if y'all have any sisters, brothers, or anybody at Collin County during this time? I could imagine the stories that they were telling on the stuff that the DA was doing, how they were treating the women and even the men. So that it was like, I think 6 or 7 people who bought a federal lawsuit against them and they had to pay. They paid all of these people off. But let's listen to Dr. Matthews expose the judge and the prosecutor. I think she's exposing the prosecutor that sentenced Carmelo. But y'all, let's listen to see what Dr. Matthews says as she's reading off the federal lawsuit that was placed upon him.
Tiger. These physical encounters were unwanted and sexual in nature. Jane Doe 1 eventually put in for a position in the Victim Assistance Division and got it in December 2020. This role put her under the supervision of Chief Prickle. However, the unwanted touches and full frontal hugs with moaning continued. The most recent of the sexualized hugs back in April 2022. We got a damn freak for the DA. But you want to talk about Karmelo Anthony? No, we're gonna talk about you. Because if you want to sit up here and go do this rocket docket type case, well, we're gonna rocket docket your ass. Because you need to be in jail. You do not need to be a DA here. But see, this is what they don't tell you. That's why you got to research your people who you're voting for.
That's true.
And say this to the Republican Party.
That's true.
Y'all need to write somebody else in. Because this man here is a sexual deviant.
Wow.
There's no place being a DA here in Collin County. And if you want to see this lawsuit, you can go to my Houston Stringer page or Nights on TV. We're going to drop the whole 75 pages so you can read it for yourself. And there's some sick puppy foolishness in here. But he DA though. Oh, okay.
Hey, Gaku, how are you? Welcome. So that was just, hold on, let me put this back. So that was just a small little
Houston Stringer page or Nights on TV. We're going to drop the whole.
hold on, you guys. Let me see. Hold on. You order some, babe? Oh, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Gaku says, I'm good. Oh, thank you for the floating heart. Thank you. Patsy says, can someone explain why they think him going to prison for murder is some. So we're not saying, see, this is Patsy, great question. Patsy, great question. Thank you for asking that question. We're not saying that what he did wasn't wrong. We're not saying that he needs to walk free. Our thing is, everybody who is in support of Carmelo, all we're saying is that there's been other cases. There's been white boys, there's been Mexican boys, there's been other boys that have did the same thing, but they're getting less years. Yes, less years. All we're saying is, if the justice system is for everyone, why did Carmelo get 35 years? The little boy in Belton, and he was a white boy, young, I think probably 17, probably the same age as Carmelo, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Um, from what I seen in my research, he did the same thing, but a little bit worse. He was premeditated. Hey, Nita, how are you? Welcome. Welcome in. It was premeditated for the young white student in Belton, Texas. He stabbed a Mexican classmate of his that was bullying him, and he got 10 years. And guess how many times he stabbed him? 4 times, from what I can recollect. 4 times. He stabbed the boy 4 times. And he told by text messages, oh, I'm going to unalive him. He was sending people messages saying that he was going to unalive the student that was bullying him. He came to school with a knife and he poked him like four times, I believe. So we're saying is that we're not saying that Karmelo, oh, he's innocent. No, all we're saying is that Karmelo defended himself, for one, and for two, we're saying that why is he getting 35 years when these other kids did even worse, premeditated, and got less time than what Karmelo has gotten. That's all we're saying. We're not saying that, oh, he didn't do it. First of all, I really want to hear the story from top to bottom. I really want to hear that. We're saying information man says, right, yes. Why didn't he get 10 years? Why didn't he get to walk free like the Mexican boy? Let me see if I can find they have like a little spreadsheet where they have Karmelo Anthony and others who were like, lined up, and they have their stories. Hey, Dida, how you doing? Welcome in the building, Dida. So all we're saying is what happened. We're not acting like it didn't happen. Everybody that's supporting Karmelo Anthony, we're not saying it didn't happen. We're not saying that. All we're saying and screaming and trying to say is that why is a same young white boy who unalived a Mexican boy, poked him and told people, he sent them messages, I'm going to unalive me this boy, but he got 10 years. And he was sending messages out. I'm gonna take this boy's life. He was telling people he was going to unalive this boy. And then he went and did it. And it was premeditated. And he poked him more than one time. And he only got 10 years. Another one, he was Mexican, same situation, some type of similar situation. And he, guess what? Got 10 years probation. Yes. And he took somebody's life. Took somebody's life, another student's life. Let me see if I can bring this up for you. Let me just check. Let me see. Let me see. Do y'all remember also? Do y'all remember the cop that unalived was it Sonia Massey? I think remember the police went in her house and the cop powed her like just blatantly, and he got 20 years. Do y'all remember that? Why did let me see. The sunlight is shining. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. The sunlight is shining through the window, and it's like, or let me turn this off too. Let me see. Maybe let me turn this a little bit. Let me see if this helps. Okay, hold on, y'all. There we go. There we go. Got to get the light out of y'all eyes. So this is what we are saying. Everybody that is like supporting Karmelo, we're not saying let him go free. We're just saying why didn't he have a fair trial? And why does he have 35 years when everybody has 20 years or less? That's 15 years less than the one with the most sentence that I've seen, and that was 20 years that the police officer got for unaliving. I think it was Sonia Massey, right? You guys, if you guys if I'm saying that correctly, let me see. Let me see. Um Let me see. Let me see. Got less time in jail. Because they have a thing, I know on Facebook, I put on my page on Facebook, they have a picture of each of the boys, and they're saying this person had this amount of time, this person had this amount of time for the same exact situation. All we're saying is be fair. Fair is fair across the board. You can't you can't let somebody run a red light and then only the black person gets sent to jail, sent to 2 years or something, why everybody else is uh just got to pay a fine, or just has to do a week in jail or something. That's not, it's not fair. It's not fair. And this is what everybody, even there's people who are not even, there's white people who are not racist and not and understand what everybody who supports Carmelo, because there's people who support Carmelo in all different races, right? Because in each race, there's a lot of races. You got what's his name? What's that coon's name right here? What's his name? Uh what is this coon's name? Stephen A. Smith. Y'all know he's black, but he don't like black people. Y'all even know that what's the other black boy, the black man that don't like black people? Jason, what's his name? Jason or Justin Whitlow or something like that. He's a black person and he's racist. He don't like black people. So all we're saying is that why is Carmelo being charged 35 years for murking when these others got old? Um, what's it called? What's those charges called? Manslaughter and different stuff like that. That's what we're shooting for. Even with Diddy trial, I went to the Diddy trial and I couldn't even believe the sentence that Diddy got, 4 or 5 years. I know somebody right now in jail about to get out that had the same charges as Diddy and only got 1 year. So go figure that, right? Information man said, I did a video on it, sister. Oh, okay. Let me see. Okay, let's go to Information Man's page. And y'all, if you guys aren't subscribed to Information, please go and subscribe to Information Man. Hey, Queen Shay, how are you? Queen Shay says, hi. I still don't understand how the problems starter alive and not in jail. Hunter got nothing. Yes. And even they're saying, thank you, Queen Shay. They are saying that the video, which I didn't go back and look, but they said that he gave two different stories. And I think Fox News deleted one of the stories or altered or something, or deleted it all or something like that. And Hunter said, well, yes, it was an accident. So I'm like, why did he say that it was an accident when, I thought, because it was like he was saying we. So it was like he was the one who was the initiator in the thing too. Like they were jumping him. 4 people was jumping him. Yeah, 4 people was jumping him. So let me go to Information Man. Hold on, let me go to Information Man. If you guys aren't subscribed to Information Man, please go subscribe to Information Man. I don't know why YouTube is playing with my emotions. Maybe because I haven't been live in a while. Maybe because I haven't been live in a while and they is trying to play with my emotions, but I don't care if it's 2 people watching. We gonna continue. We gonna continue. Okay, let's go to Information Man. Information Man, was it a live or was it one of your videos? Let me see. Let's see. Let me see. Do you know what? Can you give me the name of it, Information Man? Let's see. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Let me see. Um, let me see. You gotta let me know what video, or was it a video or was it one of your lives? Oh, I think I got it. Overcharged. Okay, I think I got it. It says overcharged. Let's see. Information Man. Thank you. Shout out to Information Man. He has some great content. Him, and also check out No Captivity by Freezy. Freezy has had a lot of witnesses that went to go see the actual tape at Frisco ISD. So he has a lot of great information too. He has a lot of great information. So let's go ahead and tune into Information Man. And hold on, let me wrap it back. And if you guys, like I said, are not, if you guys are not subscribed to Information Man, please subscribe to his channel because he has great information that he is putting out to is in reference to this case, because there's so much stuff. Okay, Information Man says a video. Okay, I think I got it. It says information says Karmelo Anthony gets 35 years, while similar cases in Texas, non-black kids got less. So I think that's the right one. So we're gonna tune in, and it's 27 minutes. So we're gonna do a reaction. Title: They overcharged Karmelo. Okay, they overcharged Karmelo. Okay, hold on. Maybe I got the wrong video. Let me see. Hold on. Let me go back to your videos, Information Man. Let me go back. Let me go back. Okay, it's on your videos. Okay. Okay, must have been that one. Okay, yeah. Okay, I see it. I got, okay, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. You're welcome. You're welcome. So this reaction, shout out to Information Man. We're gonna do a reaction to his video because he got the information that we were just talking about. Battleground says hello from down here. Welcome, Battleground. Welcome. So let's check his out and let's see. Like I said, I'm trying to get my stuff situated, but it's a little crazy right now. But let's go to Information Man and see what he has to say.
I'm going to break it down to you right now. Now, he got 35 years, okay, in a county in North Texas that it was supposed to be in Denton County. It wasn't supposed to be in Collin County. And there's a lot of funny business going on with this case, right? We got some people who have witnessed a 4K version of the video from start to the middle to the finish. Then you've got people that were in court saying, well, we only saw a blurry vision of the video. And then those folks who had a chance to see the video have all said that it appeared that Carmelo Anthony was being jumped, that they approached him, that he did not approach them. These are one of the lies that has been told by Hunter. Let me let you hear this again.
Wow.
This kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." He's like, "Make me move." Also grabbed his backpack. I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see stab.
Wow.
Looking for more NBA cases.
Okay, hold on. We gotta skip this commercial. And my thing, we just got back actually in town just a little while ago, so my screen is kind of dirty, like dusty. But hold on, let's go back. Let's wrap it back.
Overcharge. I'm going to say this again. I'm going to show you some stats because you've got people on YouTube. Look, I'm looking at Black folks on panels, just people in general saying that you can't compare this to other cases of young people who have done sort of the same sort of situation where they've stabbed another kid. They're saying, oh, it's that state. This is Texas. You can't compare Texas to other states. Well, I'm gonna forward my cards and I'm gonna raise you 100 more because there's cases in Texas of kids that did similar stabbings and they did not get anywhere near the type of
Yep.
time that Carmelo Anthony is looking at right here.
Facts.
Nobody
Exactly.
has gotten the kind of time that this young man is getting.
Yes.
All the other kids that were non-black are getting hit with some heavy charge. I showed you about the statistics before that in general, black people, black men, black people in the criminal justice system are always overcharged. The overcharging problem, measuring the exact rate of overcharging is challenging, but studies consistently show that black defendants are disproportionately subject to harsher initial charges and mandatory minimums, right? Now, for instance, federal prosecution filed charges carrying minimum mandatories. Now, you may say, hey, you're talking about federal prosecution. Now, I did a little bit of digging with state. It's the same thing for state, that 65% or more often against black defendants than similarly against their white counterparts, meaning whenever you have black people in general come before the court, we are always getting overcharged. And I'm going to show you a comparison.
And that is so true. Information Man is, I mean, he's speaking truth to facts because Carmelo got 35 years. And I'm sure what Information Man is about to show, what I've seen before and him doing his research too, is that there is other kids with the same situation. Actually, to me, worse because one of the ones, the guy, the young gentleman, the student from Belton, Texas, he that was premeditated, and he poked that boy four, I think four different times if I'm not mistaken, but he poked him four different times. And not only did he do that, he was telling people, I think texting students, other students, and people, whoever, saying that, I'm gonna unalive him because he was being bullied. But y'all, let's continue listening to Information Man.
In contrast to other cases of young people in the state of Texas committing even more harsher of a situation in which we're talking about kids who were premeditated.
Yep, premeditated.
We have the one case that I talked about the Allison kid who was premeditating. There's some more kids in Texas. So for all of you out there that dare to say you can't compare this because it's Texas, you can't compare the other cases, it's not the same. Damn it, there's a bunch of cases in Texas where kids have done even more harsher things.
Yeah.
With premeditated stabbing, and they've gotten homicide. They got what do you call manslaughter?
Yeah, manslaughter. Some of them got
Carmelo Anthony's the only one who got 35 years because one, the system in Collin County is rigged. The system out there is rigged. I don't care what anybody says. Their system out there smells dirty. You've got, as I had said in the previous video, they let Jeff Metcalf get in that court and give signals to his son when he was giving signals to the students that testified against Carmelo Anthony.
Yep.
I've already told you that there was a relationship between
and he is right. Information Man is speaking truth to facts. There was a court TV news anchor in the court, and he said he seen Jeff signaling what's it called? Like he's like making the students that were on the stand like shaking his head or shaking the head yes or no or whatever. He was leading them. And not only was it the court TV news anchor that said that, it was also shout out to Queen Sheba, another big YouTuber. She seen it and she said that it was crazy. It was crazy and it was unbelievable how the judge didn't say anything when he was leading these witnesses. But y'all, let's continue. Smash the like button, y'all.
Tovey Shook, the defense lawyer for Carmelo Anthony, and then you have the relationship that he has with Bill Whisker, who is the prosecutor. and these guys had a law firm together. They should have been asked to excuse themselves. Then there's already these rumors that Jeff Metcalf may have had a relationship with a friend or has a relationship with a friend. I want to put this up here because the man is a straight racist. Let me just let you hear what he had to say about Carmelo Anthony again. Black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry. He's the only one in your family without a damn record.
See, this is why I said I personally wouldn't trust Jeff when they were doing the prayer or whatever it was called that they were doing. I wouldn't trust him to come there because it was like he had a lot. To me, he did a racist rant. He didn't do like a rant that is like, he lost a child or whatever. He did a racist rant. It was more of a racist rant than like, you know, I lost my son, like a mourning like rant. I think it was more of a racist rant. Because when you say black this and black that and this, that, and the third, and first of all, sir, you're not even in the same household as your twins were. You said that you lived an hour away. So you can't talk about nobody being absent, not being absent, talk about Carmelo's mom being a drunk, being all this other stuff. Sir, when you were on this rant, I believe you were drinking. It sounds like you were a little turned up, like you didn't had, you didn't hit the bottle. Did you have some yak? I don't know what you had. Did you have some brown, some white liquor? I don't know, but it seemed like you was a little drunker than Cooter Brown when you said this little rant right here. And I believe, to me personally, I took it as a racist rant. But y'all, let's continue.
I guess that's something to brag about in your culture. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about Watermelon Felon? How's that one strike?
Wow.
He's telling you exactly how he feels. Here's Carmelo Anthony when he first walked out of court. Let me take this off. When he first walked out of court, just stay close. Okay? When he was, I guess, given bail, and this is when the media was all over him. As a reminder to you, asking him why did he bring a knife to school? Why did this whole thing happen? They were all over him as they're getting ready to walk out here, as you can see. And Carmelo Anthony obviously didn't say anything.
That you'd like to say to the victim, to the family of the victim? Why were you armed, sweetheart? Carmelo, why were you armed at school? Explain yourself.
And let me say this too, because we haven't heard from Carmelo. We haven't heard Carmelo say one word. Let me take that back. The only thing we heard him say was when he got arrested, he said that he put his hands on me or something to that effect. I haven't heard Carmelo say anything about what happened. Was that really his knife? Because there was an M imprinted on that knife. Was that a Metcalf M? I don't know. I just seen an imprinted, embossed on the knife. So I don't know if those boys bought it because they said something about, and maybe you guys heard this too. These boys were helping put up tents or something like that, and they were supposed to be using that tool to help put up the tents. I don't know for that to be true, but this is one story that I heard out of the millions. But y'all, let's continue. Let's continue because I really have a question as to whose knife was it? Was it really Carmelo's knife? Did he really bring that? Or was it the twins' knives? I don't know. But y'all, let's continue.
Defense. How is this self-defense?
All right.
Uh-oh. Let's skip this commercial. Let's skip this commercial, you guys.
Let's stop it there. That's the key right there. I'm glad it hit right there. Self-defense. One of the biggest problems in this case is that we never did hear from Carmelo Anthony himself on
exactly
the stand.
That
To stand and tell the story from his perspective. We've got a lot of other people telling the story, but the one young man that we really should have heard from. And I know there's some people that were saying that no, they shouldn't have put him on the stand. But a lot of the experts, the legal experts, are saying that that was a big mistake because usually when you have a self defense case, you have the plaintiff get up on the stand, right? Or the defendant, should I say in this case, not plaintiff, get on the stand and tell their story. I would have liked to have heard him tell the story because, as I said in other videos, they failed to make Carmelo Anthony human. They failed to bring forth more character witnesses to express what.
Oh, hey, AAE, how are you? Welcome. AAE was in No Captivity live, and I kind of was chatting with AAE. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in everybody. Smash the like button, y'all. Let's continue listening to Information Man because he has some great information. The same stuff that I was thinking. We on the same sheet of music. But y'all, let's continue.
Type of young man he is. They did not put out there the fact that he saved a young child from
Facts.
drowning.
Facts.
Where were the parents of that child to give a character witness because he saved their son, their child?
Exactly.
So there were so many things in this case that were not properly handled. You've got people that were in the courtroom that had a chance to witness what was happening, Black folks in particular, who have told us time and time again that it was a racial energy in the courtroom, that you could tell that Carmelo Anthony was not going to get a square deal here.
Yes, even you're welcome, AAE, you're welcome. Even there was a lady, and she was a white lady. She said that Jeff was trying to bully people in the courtroom. And she said, I'm tired of it and I'm leaving. I think she said she was leaving. She was a white lady. She's like, I can't believe how he's even acting in the courtroom. Let me say this, y'all. Hold on. We're gonna take a quick break from this. Now, I don't know if you guys know. If you know, you know. But let me say this. Sometimes, when you teach your kids how to be racist and they go out and this type of thing happens, the parents, they should feel really bad because I feel like Jeff taught his boys how to be racist. I'm sorry. I don't care who agrees with me or who doesn't agree with me. He taught them boys how to be racist. I feel that he told them boys, you're entitled because you're a white boy in the US, in the States of here in America, and we are above everybody. And I'm just going off I'm saying this because his racial rant, instead of his mourning his son passing away rant, though it should have been I miss my son, this, that, and the third, and bringing up good things about, his sports or whatever he did, whatever his claim to fame that his son did that was great in life. Instead of calling the other family's parents and saying, calling them bees, drunk, the mother, Kayla, a drunk bee, and all this other stuff. No, instead, he took that time to use that time as a racial rant. And this is how we know the average smart person who thinks and has very deep critical thinking skills knows that when he said this is what he was teaching his children. That's why Austin and Hunter thought that they can go and tell Carmelo to get out of here when they had no type of authority that was assigned to them. They weren't no police. They weren't no teacher. They had no authority telling Carmelo anything. If anything, they should have went to an adult and said, he's over here in our tent, this, that, and the third. It's not a crime to sit down. It was raining. He wasn't bothering nobody. He wasn't over there causing havoc in their tent. He was sitting down. Now I can see if he was over in the tent punching people, slapping people in the face, but he wasn't even doing that. He wasn't doing that. So it's sad that it's sad that Austin lost his life, but at the same time, you should have been teaching your kids how to keep their hands to themselves, Jeff Metcalf. I'm sorry, point blank, period. Didn't your parents teach y'all how to keep your hands to yourself? Even when you fight with your sister and brothers, didn't they tell you to keep your hands to yourself? Yeah, my parents taught me to keep my hands to myself, even if it was my sister or brother. Now, if they came up and they did something to you, you have every right to defend yourself. And people kill me. People kill me when they say, "Well, he shouldn't have brought a knife to the fight. He shouldn't have did." Who's to say whose knife that was? We didn't hear Carmelo to say, was that his knife or was that the Metcalf's knife? Because I still don't believe that Austin, Carmelo bought a knife and like use that knife to unalive him intentionally. Even if he had it there, I don't think he used it because he was scared and intimidated. Those are some big boys, like 200 and some pounds. Carmelo is look, 100 and what, 30 pounds, probably soaking wet. So yes, he was intimidated by them. Could you imagine if you were surrounded by a rap cipher? If you're a female, I could imagine being around 4 or 5 women that are big and stocky and who are fullback looking women. I would do whatever. I would take this phone, whatever's in my purse, whatever's on me, on my person, whatever I have to do to help defend myself. That's what I'm gonna do. People kill me when they say, "Well, he shouldn't have." You don't know what you should have did, what they should have did. You never know how somebody's gonna react. So people can miss me with that. People can miss me with. There's people in jail right now, in prison, that when they went to a fight, they had probably a pow. They probably had a stick. They probably had a pencil, a phone, a pen, and they used it as a weapon. Were they intending to say, "I'm gonna take this pen and poke me somebody until they pass away"? I don't believe. I just don't believe that until Carmelo says whose knife it was, and to see, because I just, something's just not, it's not sitting right with me at all. Something is just not sitting right with me when it comes to that knife, because Kayla, Carmelo's mom, her first interview, she said they lied. To me, I took it as all of them lied on the stand. All of them. And then in one of the videos, I'm not sure if Information Man has that video, but in one of the videos, they said that Hunter said, "Oh, it was an accident." So if it was an accident, to me, was that y'all's knife? Did y'all try to whip out the knife on Carmelo and Carmelo snatched it and was like, "Y'all little jokers, y'all look, y'all better back it up." And then they probably ran into the knife. Austin ran into the knife. See, that's why I don't know, that story doesn't sit right. The whole case doesn't sit right with me personally. And then when they said, even on the police report, they were saying, until we got it, at least until I heard it, that I did it, I'm the one who did it. But I don't remember hearing Carmelo say that in the video. I don't, I have to go back and listen, but I don't remember Carmelo saying it was me, I'm the one who did it, I'm the one who did it. All I remember him saying in that one video was that he put his hands on me and I told him not to, or something to that effect. So I don't know. This is like a lot of stuff is like, I don't know. I just, it doesn't sit right with me. But y'all, let's continue listening to Information Man and seeing what else he has to say about this case. Let's continue. Let's continue.
In this courtroom. And on top of that, he gets a heavy sentence, heavier than anyone else has gotten in the state of Texas. So I don't want to hear anybody saying that this was a problem. The problem from the get-go, that this was not a problem, is what I'm trying to say. The problem from the get-go is whether Carmelo Anthony had the legitimacy of the jury was in doubt, because there were not black people on that jury whatsoever. They got rid of people who were qualified, as everybody kept focusing on the people who weren't qualified. Now, remember, I'm going to say this out because a lot of people have been saying, "Well, these were the people on the court." The bottom line is, it was all white male jury, all white men. White men dominated the jury. We're talking about Texas. We're talking about "Make America White Again" type of philosophy with the red man or the orange man in the White House. So mostly all white males, 3 Asians, right? 3 Asian women, 1 Middle Eastern woman, one woman of color, whoever that might have been, 12 jurors and 6 alternates. This came directly out of the court transcripts. Or what was that? And I talked about this before. So this is what Carmelo Anthony was up against, even though he did not have, in my estimate, anyone black on the jury. And this is the problem right here. The 3 black people that were removed, as I said in the last video, they were removed not because they said anything reckless. They were removed because these were educated black folks that were going into teaching education, coaches, teachers, the whole 9 yard. This is I've never heard of anyone being removed for those reasons. And just as Professor Black said in his video, you would have never had black lawyers have a jury in which all white people were removed. That would have never flown. That is a fact. That is the truth. That is the facts. So what I want to do right now is I want to show you these stats that are very, very
Wow.
If
Hold
you want
on.
to publish your book in 2026, you
Yeah.
need to hear this. You're only
No, let me turn this thing because, like I said, I should have. Hold on, you guys. Hold up. Let me skip this. Skip this commercial. All right, let's get back to it. Okay, so this, okay, let me stop it. Hold on, where is it at? Right there. Bam. Okay, so this is what Information Man had brought up. Uh-oh. Okay, this is what Information Man brought up, right? So do y'all see this? Okay. Carmelo Anthony, right? He's right here. Carmelo Anthony. He was sentenced to 35 years, age 17 in Frisco, Texas, April 2nd, 2022. Argument at track meet, stabbed 17-year-old Austin Metcalf once in the chest. Claimed self-defense, convicted of murder, right? Then you got right here, Kaysen. Kaysen is the one in Belton. Belton, the one I've been talking about. Kaysen, he was sentenced to 10 years. He was 18 years old, right? Carmelo was 17. He was 18 years old. Argument in school bathroom. Stabbed 18-year-old Jose Ramirez once. Claimed self-defense. Convicted of criminally negligent homicide. He got 10 years in prison. This is the injustice that Carmelo gets. Jesus San Miguel, he was sentenced to 30 days in jail, 10 years probation. Can y'all believe that? 10 years probation. He was 18 years old. It happened in San Antonio, Texas, May 2020. A fight outside of a restaurant school stabbed an 18-year-old Joshua Kinnaman once, claimed self-defense, convicted of criminally negligence homicide. He only got 30 days in jail plus 10 years probation. Does that not sound like it's unfair and unjust? Yeah, okay. Richard Cedillo, sentenced to 15 years, right? 17 years old, Fort Worth, Texas, August 2021. Argument at a party. He stabbed an 18-year-old Jeremiah Jeria once during a fight. Claimed he was scared, convicted of manslaughter. He got 15 years in prison. Okay. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Or what Information Man is putting down? Are y'all picking up what Information Man is putting down? Gabrielle Ruiz, sentenced to 12 years in prison. At age 17 in Houston, Texas, January 2020, Gabrielle had an argument, right? Between teens escalated, stabbed a 16-year-old once in the chest, claimed self-defense, convicted of manslaughter, and he got 12 years in prison. So this is why everybody who is supporting Carmelo Anthony is seeing, do y'all see, are y'all picking up what Information Man and myself is putting down? Do y'all see this? 12 years, 15 years, 30 days in jail, and 10 years probation. 10 years, grueling 35 years. Yes, Information Man, all in Texas. Yes, all in Texas. We got Frisco, Texas here. We got Belton, Texas here. We got San Antonio here. We got Fort Worth, Dallas here. And we got Houston here. The lesser amount is right there in San Antonio with 30 days in jail and 10 years probation. Now, let me be clear. There is a black female judge in San Antonio, and I'm sure if you, I love watching court TV, y'all. I love watching real life court TV. And I know in San Antonio there is a black female judge, and she don't play. I forget her name. I don't know. Maybe you guys know her or seen her, but anyway, she don't play, and she's in San Antonio, Texas. I'm not sure. I don't think she probably even took his case on, but she's a pretty tough judge, and I'm saying she don't care what color you are. She's gonna make sure that if you do something wrong, I'm telling you, from stealing candy all the way up to whatever, she's gonna sentence you appropriately, no matter what your race is. But do y'all see what we are putting down? Are y'all picking up what we're putting down? So this is why we're only saying that this situation with Carmelo Anthony, we're not saying that, oh, he didn't do anything, they're lying, this, that, and the third. We heard the story. Okay, we got it. We're tracking, right? But all we're saying is, why has he got 35 years? Why? This one right here, 15 years. He stabbed the person once during a fight. He got 15 years. And this young guy right here, he got the best deal out of all five of them. Jesus Miguel got the best deal. Jesus got how many years? 10 years probation, 30 years in jail. Yeah. So this is what we're talking about. Look at this right here, Kaysen. Kaysen, he was being bullied at school. He was being bullied at school. And I don't blame all these kids. I'm sorry, I don't blame them. All of them is saying self-defense. Teen escalated, stabbed this person right here during a fight. All of these are during fights. All of them are during a fight. All of them. From Carmelo Anthony all the way down. And there's what, one, two, three Hispanics, one white, and one black. And that, to me, the Hispanics got some lengthy years, but guess what? He got 10 years probation. 10 years probation. 10 years probation and 30 years in jail. And then Kaysen, he got 10 years. He got the lighter of the sentence after he got the 30 days in jail, 10 years probation. Then Kaysen comes up next, 10 years. And then right here, Gabriel comes up and he got 12 years. And then Ricardo, he comes up next. He got 17 years. And Carmelo, poor baby, got 35. 35 years. Yes, Information Man. Yes, this is a hot mess. A hot mess. And they were all, from what I didn't hear all of their cases, but it sounds like there's a lot of bullying going on up in Texas. A lot of bullying, a lot of fights. And these kids are getting fed up and they're taking it, to the knife. They ain't fighting. They taking it to the knife. And it's sad because some of these kids that come from these type of homes, they are taught how to bully. They are taught how to be racist. They are taught how to be mean and nasty to people. And now all of them are in jail. All of them are in prison except for him. He got the free, he got the, I mean, he got the sentence of a lifetime. You got, what is it? Criminal negligent homicide. You didn't kill somebody and you only went to jail for 30 days and 10 years probation? Really? Is that what we're doing in Texas? Carmelo got 35 years, right? He got 35 years, argued at a track meet, stabbed a 17-year-old Austin Metcalf once in the chest. He got into an altercation right here, Kaysen. He stabbed a boy in the bathroom once, and I heard that was bullying, a whole bullying type of situation. Kaysen was being bullied by Jose Ramirez. And Kaysen was like, look, I'm tired of you bullying me. I'm tired of you bullying me. He put out on the loudspeaker basically, I'm gonna get this boy. He's bullying me. He's doing this. He's doing that. Oh, I'm gonna bring a tool and I'm gonna handle him because these kids are bullied. They are bullied. And this is the only way. And let me say this too. Some of these kids will go to the office, tell the teacher, the principal, and everything. Sometimes these teachers and principals will blow stuff off. And then when this type of stuff happens, they're like, well, why didn't anybody do anything? Why didn't any parent, adult, teacher, staff do anything to create to prevent these type of things from happening? And from what I'm seeing, like I said, all of these boys, I didn't see all of their cases, but I did more hear about Cason's on how he was being bullied by Jose, and he was tired of being bullied by Jose. He's like, look, Jose, you about to meet your maker. You about to meet your maker since you continue to bully me. And he bought the knife and okay, it says once. It says, I'm sorry, I thought it was 4 times. It was only 1 time. I thought I seen a report that said that he poked the guy 4 times, I thought. But okay, maybe I misunderstood that. But this says 1 time. This says 1 time. This says right here 1 time. Right here 1 time. So all of these students got a you know, deep, deep I'm sorry, not deep sentences. All these guys got lesser sentences than Carmelo Anthony. All of them. Okay, Kevin says Kaysen stabbed 4 times. Okay, Kevin is okay. Did I hear that right? So that is right, Kevin Hill. Kaysen did do that 4 times? Huh. Okay. It doesn't matter if they took plea deals or not. It doesn't matter. Okay, Kevin said yes, ma'am. Okay. It doesn't matter if they took plea deals or not. They all the same crime. They all the same crime. They all the same crime. They poke somebody. They poke somebody, and they all got different amounts of time. Why is it that he got 35 years and he walked free after 30 days? Huh? Why is it that he got 12 years? He got 10 years. So the whole thing that why people are in a uproar is because of this situation is unjust. Is unjust. It is unjust. 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 So, yeah, it's unjust. I don't care about no plea deal. It doesn't matter about no plea deal. Maybe it does, but I'm saying no, it's still unjust. I'm not the only one that's saying. I'm not the only one that's saying. I'm not the only one that's saying this. There's a lot of people that are saying this. A lot of people are seeing this for what it's worth. How you gonna do something and the same type of crime and 35 years versus 30 days and 9 years, right? And I did, like I said, I didn't listen to all of their cases, but it sounds like arguments. All we'll say arguments. Let me see. Uh-oh. Let me see. Because Kaysen, he got 10 years. Um, Ricardo got 15 years. Gabrielle got 12 years. And Karmelo got 35. And he was also the only one convicted of M1. But they say, and also, hold on, you guys. From what I've seen too, and what I've heard, hold on, y'all. My little tray is sliding. What I heard is that uh-oh, I pressed play. Is that in Collin County, they're really, really racist. And even from what Dr. Matthew has said with the situation with the judge and the DA, well, she was basically telling us about the DA and exposing the DA for the dirty stuff that he's into. I'm telling you, he's a sexual, she said a sexual deviant, a sexual predator. He was doing all kind of stuff. Like, if y'all got people working at that Collin County courthouse, any family members, I hope they're okay. I hope they're not going to work and getting sexual harassed. Cause that's nasty. That's disgusting. I couldn't imagine a family member going to work and you getting sexually harassed all day at work. The whole team. That's crazy. That is really crazy. So, y'all, I'm not gonna keep y'all. Um, Needless to say, TMZ put out a video. And shout out to Information Man. Thanks for letting me use your video to bring that what I was talking about and what you had said, you had the perfect information that I was looking for right there on hand. So thank you for that, Information Man. But the TMZ, so that's basically the story, the latest on Carmelo Anthony is he got a powerhouse team of lawyers for his appeals case. So we're gonna see what it's going to entail. So hopefully, if it's hopefully like a Brian Steele type of pack, hopefully it is, because Brian Steele, he was going hard on uh on the Diddy trial. So hopefully he has a good team for the appeals lawyer. And all we're asking is just be fair. Just be fair. Why can't Carmelo get either a 30 days in jail, 10 years probation, up to what? I think the most that was like 15 years, I think we seen on that little pictogram, like 15 years. Why couldn't he get that? Why does he have to get 35 for the same situation? Why was it murder one instead of manslaughter or negligent homicide? How would y'all feel if that was y'all son and you got a child that got 35 years for the same thing four other boys did and they got lesser time? Like, really, tell me how how would y'all feel? You would feel like your child was done wrong too, even though he did something bad. Of course, I'm not saying what these boys did that they were angels. I'm not saying that by no means. I'm saying fair is fair. If one person's if four people steal a candy bar then 4 people should get, if the sentence is a week in jail, just say a week in jail. If all 4 of those people stole a candy bar and only 3 of them got a week in jail and the other ones got a year in jail, you'll be like, whoa, something ain't right with that, right? I mean, come on now. Not hard to critically to think critically, right? Information said, yeah, thanks again. You're welcome. Y'all subscribe to Information Man. He has, like I said, great content breaking this down, showing a lot of great info and facts on things that is going on and the reason why everybody who is supporting Karmelo is saying the same thing. We're not saying that he didn't do it. We're not saying that, he's innocent or whatever. All we're saying is that, for one, I want to hear what happened. I want to hear, they need to put Karmelo on the stand because I want to know, is this really what happened? Where are the lies at versus what Carmelo Anthony has to tell? Because only Carmelo can tell his story. Only Carmelo can tell his story. Why didn't they put Hunter on the stand? If that was my twin, I'd be hollering and screaming to put myself on the stand. My twin is gone. I want to be on the stand. I want to tell the story. They didn't put him on the stand. It's kind of weird. Don't make sense. I would want to tell my story. I would want to tell everybody what happened. But he didn't because I believe that he was lying. They already said that there was 2 different video clips that he pretty much lied in. His stories weren't matching up. So, not gonna keep y'all. Thanks for stopping in. If y'all like my content, like, share, subscribe, share my video. And y'all, we gonna do it again on the next video. There's a lot going on with this case. I haven't even went live enough to like share some of the stuff that I've researched, stuff that I've ran across. So y'all, if you guys like my content, like I said, y'all can share it up. If not, I'm not mad. Wait, hold on. Danita, thank you. We love you, girl. Thank you. Thank you. I love y'all too. I love all of y'all. And thanks everybody for sharing, even your comments. Those who have, you can say however you feel. Just because you say however you feel, we don't agree, it's okay. Everybody's not going to agree on everything, and it's okay. Not everybody likes spaghetti and fried fish, and that's okay. But it's how you say it and not being disrespectful to me, the mods, or one another in the chat. That's all we ask for over here at the lounge, okay? We don't want you to have to agree with everything I say. You don't have to agree with everything the mods say and other people, but just be respectful. That's all it's about. Like, right? We don't have to act a donkey with each other. You don't have to do that. You don't agree? Hey, it's not wrong with that. It's all right. Brothers and sisters don't agree. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. So, it is what it is, right? And we just send the trolls to the block party, wherever they may lay or wherever they may slay. But thanks again for stopping in. Lead with love, peace, and tranquility, as I always say. And y'all, we will see y'all in the next video. Bye bye.